50 Cent, man. I always mention 50 on this podcast, as always. This just happened, I think today. Yeah, I want to say today. 50 attempted to clown Rick Ross, a.k.a. William Roberts. And speaking of William Roberts, I'm working on a documentary, which I mentioned to my Patreon supporters. So I was supposed to release in June, but I'm actually working. I don't know if I should reveal this. Should I reveal this? Nah. I'm working with close sources with this documentary. So that's why it's taken. I want to do it the right way. I had it originally planned as just like research, but now I'm actually talking to verifiable sources. So it's going to take a lot longer. Regardless, I am working on a William Roberts, a.k.a. Rick Ross documentary talking about the whole stolen identity thing. But 50 decided to clown Rick Ross and basically said that Ross was cuddling up with a man. So 50 posted an AI image, which I hate these damn AI images 50 be posting, man. It's an AI image of 50 on a boat. And in the caption he said, your man was looking real saucy kissing that boy on that boat. That's not AI. And if you look at the video, it is Rick Ross sitting like on a chair in the yacht, in the boat. It's not a yacht, it's a boat. And the person that's, kind of leaning above him and, like leaning in towards him looks like a male. I'm not going to lie. At a quick glance, it does look like a male because very, very short hair, like buzz cut hair, and not really any curves that I can see based off the video. And because of that, from far away, it does look like a male. But it turns out it is a female. It's Jasma Kendrick. Apparently that's the female. And, I don't know if 50 just said that to troll, which probably that's what he said it for, just to troll. But, people were correcting him saying, you're wrong. That's not, a guy. It's a female. And then Ross obviously went on Instagram stories promoting his champagne and responded to 50. So let's hear what he has to say.
It's Curtis. You're so infatuated with my lifestyle. You see me out on the yacht with a black, beautiful woman. And I hope you don't have anything against black, beautiful women, Curtis. I mean, what are you insinuating here? I mean, and we know you just had your heart shattered when you found out what we found out. We all found out together. And we know that's the mother of your youngest son, little Bruce Leroy. Man, but you got to give a beautiful black woman an opportunity, Curtis. We know you may have been hurt. You're a hurt hoe, but get over it, man. Enjoy a glass of fine bubbles and move on in life. Be happy. Hey, I need somebody to send me some stills of Bruce Leroy, and I need one or two of the niggas show enough.
In classic Ross fashion, he starts to clown 50 and, obviously makes fun of 50's baby mama that, went with Diddy, which, a lot of people are asking me, is that an L on 50's end? Kind of it is, because that is a woman that you had a child with. So it's for me, it's, I think idolizing rappers when it comes to idolizing, I guess looking up to rappers when it comes to relationships is probably the worst thing you can do. They're all pretty stupid in that category for some reason. Majority of rappers just don't settle down, don't get married, don't have kids, and just, make dumb decisions. And on that aspect of 50's life, he's made a lot of dumb decisions. That's one of the aspects in his life that I've always been like, that's a horrible decision on what he's done. But is that an L? It depends on how you look at it. Are you embarrassed that came out? Then yeah, it's an L. For me, I would be embarrassed if I found out that my ex, baby mama was out here doing all kinds of stuff. But you got to think of it from this perspective too. 50 had moved on a long time from her. They broke up. I don't really keep track of this shit, so I don't really know. Probably 2015. That Diddy shit was happening, 2017, 18? So this is a long time ago we're talking about here. They had a kid, and that's about it, really. He didn't get married to her. They didn't have more kids together. Is she a good-looking woman? Yeah, but the shit that she was doing, hell no. Like, that's the thing. These females, they may look good on Instagram, they might, but the shit that they're doing behind the scenes, not all of them, like 70% of them, they're whores, man. Whores. How does like youngsters say whore? They're whores. A lot of them. They to live this fantasy lifestyle, they'll get shitted on, pissed on, humiliated, all kinds of shit. It's sad, but hey, man, that's why everything that you see in front of your eyes is not always what it is, man. A lot of people fake their lifestyle, fake a lot of the shit that they're doing in their life, and the people who actually got money, they usually don't show off, man, for the majority of the time. You know, I found out, I'm not going to say whose name this is, but I found out a really prominent name, huge in the hip-hop world, is actually essentially broke. It's not, you know, right now there's a rumor going around with Jay-Z and Beyonce being broke. That's not them. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about Nas. I'm not talking about Eminem. These legendary. This guy is huge. Like, at one point, he was so popular on one platform that, like, everybody knew him from that. And he's still huge today. But I got actually shown documents, which is crazy. I got shown, like, as I've gotten bigger in this YouTube hip hop world, like, I've made connections, and I've never thought in my life I would be seeing some of these things in front of my eyes sometimes. Some stuff that I've seen that I know behind the scenes that I've never talked about because I'm just not the type of person to spill out that information unless somebody, you know, does me dirty in a way. And then, hey, if you want to go back and forth and I leak some information, hey, that's on you. But majority, I'm not looking for that. I'm not clout chaser or whatever. So to me, none of that shit matters. But I found out a bunch of documents, information of a guy who popular in the hip hop world. I don't know. I don't want to say too much because it'll probably expose who it is. But they're broke essentially. Like, if you looked at them right now and what they got, the following that they got on social media, the brand deals that they've got, the houses, the cars, all that, you would say this person is really rich. They're well off. But then you look at the books, and this person's borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. It doesn't have much liquid at all. And what I mean by doesn't have much, like, he's got $1 million liquid, which to me and you is a lot of fucking money. Right now, if I had $1 million liquid, I would be happy as shit. But to that person's standard of what you would assume they would have is very low, right? Like, his broke versus my broke is a whole different thing. So I'm not like pocket watching and clowning. I'm just saying what you guys see in the public sometimes 90% of the time isn't what it is. What's the statistic in America? It's like 78% of people are in debt to their neck where they can't even. So if you see all these people driving these fancy cars and living this lifestyle, and because I'm wondering sometimes, I'm like, damn, I work all day, every day, and I'm not out here traveling. I'm not out here doing all these crazy things. I see all these people traveling every damn day, and I'm like, where are these people getting this money? What do they do? What is their job? Where are you getting this income from? Just be aware that a lot of this lifestyle shit is different. So anyways, I went on this whole rant. 50 and Ross are always going to beef with each other, man. I think that's a beef that's never going to be squashed. I think it's going to stay forever, like Game and like Ja Rule. I think those are the three that 50 is always going to be beefing with. It's going to be Ja Rule, obviously. There's no mending that. Game as well. I mean, there was a certain moment where we thought it was going to be mended for a little tiny bit when they talked in that club. But that, and then Ross. There's a lot of stuff that happened in between the beef that caused a lot more issues, which I am going to do, which is my first ever Who Really Won. My long format Who Really Won was 50 Cent versus Rick Ross, and that format was horrible back then. So I definitely want to redo that one. I want to do one that's like properly done, breaking down everything. In the future, I will, whenever I have the time to finish these other documentaries. And by the way, I want to make it clear, too, because I know it probably confused people. I am not stopping the documentaries, by the way. I'm not stopping them. They're still going to come out like they normally come out. I'm actually working on one right now, finally finishing it up. I finished the research. I finished the audio of it. I just have to edit it. That's it. And that's coming out hopefully this week. It's a short one. It's nothing super long. But, yeah, the documentaries are going to be continuously coming. Don't worry about that. So that format is just a new format with these interviews and then doing documentaries as well. It's a great way to get a lot of content coming.